then the other way in which South Africa has changed me is I do not want to struggle. I don't want to struggle. I don't. I don't want to be starting a fire. I don't want to be fetching water. I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to be struggling. I want to stop life.
Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi.
What is good, T gang? It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this channel, then smash the subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video, baby. Today I am back with another lit video, guys. Today I'm going to be talking about how South Africa changed me. So the first aspect in which South Africa changed me is my music taste. I remember when I arrived in South Africa, I did not love or understand house music, deep house music, commercial, or whatever they categorize it in. I did not understand house music, and I just did not get why people would love such kind of music. So when I arrived, I used to hear people listen to such music, and I'm like, what do these people hear about this kind of music, and what do they love about this kind of music? You understand? I did not get it. But with years, I actually started loving house music, and then it evolved to amapiano, which I also love so much. And then I also love deep house. I love house music. I really do. So South Africa changed me in that way, that I actually started loving house music. My music taste changed when I arrived in South Africa. And then number two is my food preference. I did not love certain foods when I arrived in South Africa. I was not even open to trying out new food. Things like acha, I just did not want to try. I actually remember the first time I ate it, when I was forced to try it, I vomited. That is one of the examples of the things that I did not like, the kinds of food. But then I adapted to the food that they eat in South Africa. Of course, it's not much of a difference of the food that we eat in Zimbabwe and South Africa. There's not much of a difference. It's just a small difference of smaller yana things, you know, foods that I could not actually understand, but I think my taste buds got used to it, and hey, here we are. And number three is my accent and pronunciation of words. I actually adapted to how people pronounce words here, which is so different to how we as Zimbabweans pronounce words back home. So I adapted to this pronunciation of words in South Africa and the accent that they have in South Africa. Of course, it changes depending on who I'm talking to. I mean like my accent is always changing, guys. But it is definitely not the accent that I came with when I arrived in South Africa from Zimbabwe. It has completely changed. So that is one of the ways in which South Africa has changed me. And then another aspect is I've actually become used to speaking English all the time. Guys, I speak English all the time. 90% of my day I am speaking English. 90% of my day I'm speaking English. So I've actually adapted. It comes naturally now. I speak English, and then sometimes I even ask myself, why am I speaking English with this person when I could be speaking, I don't know, isiZulu, or when I speak to my relatives, I'm speaking English, especially when I'm with my family. That is where I really don't understand why I'll be speaking English with my family, because I'm always speaking English. And those people here Shona, and I'm Shona, but I'm always speaking English. So that is how South Africa has changed me. It is the situation and the circumstances that I'm in each and every time. So I'm always speaking English. So English has become my home language actually ever since I moved to South Africa. And then I also arrived in South Africa. I learned languages, most of the South African languages. So I've become multilingual. I understand languages, which I never thought I would when I was in Zim. But when I came this side, I actually understand a lot of languages, and I try to speak most of them. So it changed me in that aspect as well. Another way in which South Africa has changed me is for me to be vigilant and to stop being so trusting. And why is this so? It is because of the crime rate. It is just too much. So I remember these years when I was in Pretoria, when I was still a student in varsity, where it was so heated, where Uber drivers were kidnapping girls. So it was so heated, I remember. That is just one of the examples of why I'm saying I need to be vigilant and stop being too trusting. So we used to call Ubers. I remember you call an Uber, you screenshot the name of the Uber driver, the number plate of the Uber, the type of car, and you send to your friend. So you are not really so trusting when you're it has made me not to be a really trusting person, of which when I came this side I was so trusting and my guard was down. But now I'm not letting my guard down, and I'm not trusting anybody because I'm just protecting myself. So another instance is when I was mugged, guys. I was mugged by people I was talking to properly. You know, you're having a conversation, jiggy jiggy jiggy. Before you know it, you don't have your phone, it's gone. By the people that I was talking to, just holding my phone, and it's gone. So now I don't trust anybody. I meet anyone on the streets, I don't let my guard down. I don't trust anybody. So I no longer trust people, and I am always vigilant of what is happening around me ever since I arrived in South Africa. And then the other thing is the nightlife, guys. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. Never did I think one day I would go out to clubs and club the whole night and go back to my place early in the morning, in the AMs. I never thought I would do that, but I do that sometimes, now and then. I mean, I never thought. When I arrived here, I was like, I will never touch alcohol. Okay, of course I was still a kid, but I would love to believe if I was still in Zim, I wouldn't be doing the nightlife kind of thing. I would love to believe I wouldn't be, because of the family and the relatives that I was around and the people I was around. It's not a usual thing for a girl to be clubbing. But then now I do club, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm not really judged about it. It is okay. So the nightlife, guys, and it's lit. It's lit. Nightlife is lit in South Africa. So I never imagined that I would actually be the kind of a person who goes out at night and enjoy herself and go back to her place. But it is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I go out, have fun, and go back to my place. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The SA slang, of course I was going to adapt to it because I've been in South Africa for a very long time. So now I do have some slang words I speak. That gives it off that I've been in the country for a very long time. So that's how South Africa has changed me in a way. And then the other way in which South Africa has changed me is I do not want to struggle. I don't want to struggle. I don't. I want a soft life. I have become soft myself. I've become so soft. I remember when I was in Zim, because when I came in South Africa I was actually in grade 7, but if I still recall back to Zim, before I came in South Africa, we would go out to fetch water, guys, fetch water. So I'm imagining I was maybe in grade 6, but we would go out to fetch water and come back with water. There was no water. Always there's no water. We used to go and fetch water at that age. Would go out, fetch water, bring water at home, start a fire, cook on the fire, because electricity was always going off. But now when I came to South Africa, water is always out. You know, I open the tap, the water comes out, open the tap, the water comes out. There's never a day when I say the water is not there. It's always there. And then the electricity, of course, there's load shedding here and there, but you know that the electricity is gone for 2 hours, so there's no need for me to go outside and start a fire. Hypo, the water is gonna come back in. The electricity is gonna come back in 2 hours. So I rather wait for those 2 hours. I'm not going to start a fire and cook. I'm gonna wait for those 2 hours, and then I'll cook when the electricity is back. Or me, I stay alone, so with 100 rand it's way too much. I can buy a takeaway and eat and relax. But then I think that has made me soft. If it was back at home, you know, the electricity is gone, you go outside, you cook, there's no water, I have to go outside and fetch water. But now I am not like that. I've become a soft person and I don't want to struggle. Hey, I don't want to struggle, guys. I do not want to struggle. I don't want to be starting a fire. I don't want to be fetching water. I don't want to be you know, I don't want to be struggling. I want to stop life. So that is how South Africa has changed me also. The last point is I've actually learned to accept people for who they are. I do not judge. To the people who really know me personally know that I do not judge in life. I don't. Whatever you do for a living, I do not judge. Whoever you are, whatever you believe in, I do not judge. I believe that we all have a choice in life and we all make our choices. We are who we are, and we have to learn to accept people. And ever since I arrived in South Africa, I learned to accept people. I would like to speak mostly more on the LGBTQI plus. It's something I never understood. It's something I never understood. See, okay, this person is homosexual, they're dating the same sex. I never understood that, and I never thought I would accept it. I never would have accepted it, you know, back in the day. Like, no, it's just wrong. But ever since I arrived in South Africa, I realized the diversity. People can feel free and be who they are without getting judged, and I'm like, so who am I to judge? So I learned to accept people for who they are. So guys, we've reached towards the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please smash the subscribe button to take me to 2K subscribers, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.